Oh my gosh, guys. It's getting serious. It's getting serious. It's getting serious. Oh my goodness. Guys, it is Tuesday, March 25th, and I leave on Friday, March 28th. I just got off the phone with Serene Med Spa. I'm going to put their information in the description. That's the med spa that I'm going to go with when I come home to do my massages. A friend of mine recommended them to me, so I am going to book with them. I just got off the phone with them. So sweet, so cute. How am I feeling today? I just told my mom that I'm leaving for surgery. So I've been planning this for over a year now, and I had asked my mom a year ago, like, how she would feel, like, if she would want to come with me to, like, go do my surgery and help me recover and whatever. And my mom was like, no. Like, she wasn't feeling none of that. Okay, like, sis, I'm going. So today when I'm telling her, I'm like, Mom, don't you remember, like, I asked you if you wanted to come with me? She's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, Ma, yeah, I did. I asked you. She's like, I didn't think you were serious. Baby, your daughter was serious. But she sounded so sad. Like, my mom sounded like she wanted to cry. Like, because I told her on the phone. She sounded like she wanted to cry. Like, so sad. So sad. So I'm on my way to the shop, and then I'm going to go home and have a conversation with my parents. I don't know if I'm gonna record that because I keep my parents very near and dear to my heart. So I don't really care to have those type of personal conversations on the internet, but I will definitely follow up with you guys and let you know, like, just a synopsis of just, like, how they're feeling and where they're at. But yeah, I feel like there's so much I have to get done and just so little time. But I'm excited. I'm geeking. Like, I can't believe she about to be active. Like, she's back.
Yeah, I'm doing this shit in one take. If I don't get it in one take, y'all will probably never hear it.
Hey guys, what is going on? All right. I was like, I need to check in with y'all. I'll just let you guys know what's been going on. So, I am currently in Bogota, Colombia. Pretty much my flight from Bogota to Cali got canceled. It got pushed down. So I was originally supposed to be flying from 3-something, like 3:45, and get there at 4:45. But now my flight got pushed down to 6:59, and I'll be getting to Cali by 8:59. So yeah, there's that. So in the meantime, between time, I'm just in the airport. I'm gonna get some food now because I'm gonna have to fast tonight from 10 p.m. so that I can do my labs tomorrow. And so by the time I get to the house, it's gonna be like 10 p.m. And so I'm not gonna be able to eat. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to drink. I think I'm just gonna be able to have water. Because they're probably going to test my glucose and stuff, right? So they're going to try to check my blood sugar and all of that in the morning. So I'm kind of plug out after 10 o'clock. So yeah, there's that. I kind of wanted to also use this time to tell you guys some things that I've learned while traveling. What I can say is that traveling by yourself is quite the experience. I feel like for me, I'm just being super cautious about everything. So like my head is just on a swivel. It's important, very, very, very paramount to have Google Translate when you're coming into any foreign country. And the thing is, like, they're very sweet about it. Like, they're very understanding. They'll tell you right out the gate, like, they don't understand English, and they're patient with you while you're trying to type in your information. Here at the El Dorado airport in Bogota, they predominantly speak Spanish. I feel like the employees of, like, the food establishments, even the currency exchange, like I went to the Gambio, they speak full Spanish. So, or at least the ones that I encountered spoke full Spanish. And so I had to use my Google Translate to talk. Another thing is that they only accept... Oh, my food is ready! Some key points is that you want to have Google Translate on your phone. You definitely want to be able to communicate with the employees within the airport. Number 2, I recommend traveling just like initially with like $100 worth of your currency in pesos. Number 2, Canadian people, or number 3, Canadian people have to pay to get into Colombia. Didn't know that. We have to pay $100 Canadian. I think that's the equivalent to 700 pesos. Yes, so we have to pay $100 Canadian to get into Colombia. So just know that, be mindful that you are equipped for that, and they only take major credit cards. And you cannot pass customs entering into Colombia without paying that $100 tariff, so to speek. So yeah, those are the kind of things that I'm realizing or that I'm learning right now.
Cause a nigga got range. Ain't a situation.
Hey guys, so yeah, finally in Cali. I'm very miserable and not happy because this has been an all-day traveling business. And if that was the case, then I would have just paid for the cheaper flight that was going to take this long. But whatever. I'm on my way to go pick up my bag. I have to check my carry-on. And then I already have a checked luggage. We have a Zara out in Colombia.
For a long time. Keep thinking shit is sweet. You got the wrong guy. What the fuck? Turn this shit off, man. Tell Cool J tap in with me.
Good morning, YouTube. How are you guys? I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm talking quiet because it's early over here. It's like 6:45 a.m. It's day 2 of being here in Colombia on my BBL journey. So today is lab day and pretty much run around day. So last night, yeah, I got in after 10. And honestly, it was so cute, and I was so mad because they literally had my dinner set aside with my name on it, wrapped up for me. So they came in there like, "Mommy, you're hungry?" I'm just like, yeah, but I can't eat. I have my labs tomorrow. And so they're just like, yeah, no, like, you can't eat anymore. So cool. They gave me my room, so I'm in a private room. The recovery house is so beautiful. I'm in a private room, and so I recommend getting a private room if someone like me, like when I'm in pain or just like I'm just miserable, like you could just see it all on my face, and like I do not want to be giving that energy to nobody else. So if you can get the private room, it's definitely worth it. I have my own bathroom, my own little walk-in closet. Like, everything is just so comfortable. I slept so good last night. We're gonna go do our faja fittings. So we get 2 fajas with this package with going through Dr. Peña. We're getting, the labs are covered and the 2 fajas are covered along with 10 massages. That's covered. And then, of course, like the anesthesiology, the procedure, all that good stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna go get the FAS today. Your stage 1 that you're gonna go into like right after surgery, and then your stage 2. I have to buy a box of baby diapers because I'm getting arm lipo, and so there needs to be extra compression and padding. I thought that the pads would have been enough, but I have to use the baby diapers, size 3. I brought electrolytes with me, but I need 1 bottle of electrolytes to drink, and then the rest of them I can just put in my little I brought my little Starbucks tumbler that my girl Mila bought me for Christmas a couple of years ago. So I have the electrolyte packets, and I can just put that in there and drink it with water, with bottled water. So I have to go buy a bottle of electrolyte. I have to buy a box of baby diapers. The surgical tape that I brought was the wrong tape. Even though I brought brown tape, it's the thick, broad tape. I have to go buy 4 of those. So as soon as I get that tape, I'm gonna show you guys specifically the tape to buy. The gauze that I brought, I guess those gauze are not enough, so I have to go buy another pack of gauze. I'm gonna double check with the nurse. I think she said 4 gauze, but I'm gonna double check. And I have to buy an enema. And the enema is because I gotta flush myself out the night before surgery. Anyways, I hear the driver. I'm gonna go. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
What you niggas? You niggas is crazy, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, what is up? I can't remember if I checked in with you guys yesterday, so let me give you guys a rundown. This is day number 3 in Colombia. Let me try to, yeah. Today's day number 3 in Colombia, and it was the night before surgery. So yesterday, in case I didn't check in what took place, we got up in the morning. We did our labs at 7 a.m. We got some food. We had like a little empanada. Then we went to the fittings for our faja, for our stage 1 and our stage 2 faja. After that, we went to the pharmacy. I had to grab a couple of supplies, and so did my surgery buddy, Tiffany. She had to grab some supplies as well. And it was just very minor supplies. I do get why people say like, oh, when you come to Colombia, like get everything here because it's cheaper. Again, as somebody who's traveling from Canada, yes, it's still cheaper, but it was still money that like I just didn't want to spend. But whatever, it was nothing major, to be very honest. We vibed out. I got to like actually talk to some of the girls and meet some of the girls, but unfortunately, majority of the girls left. They left early this morning at like 2 a.m. And so, yeah, my background's probably a little bit different because I moved rooms. So I'm not in the room I was in before. I'm in another room with another, like a roommate. She's a real sweetheart. Food yesterday was a 10 out of 10. We had lunch, which was steak and potatoes, corn, like a little salsa thingy bar. Then for dinner, we had chicken and rice. A lot of the girls said, all we gonna eat is chicken and rice, but shoot, I ain't complaining. We also, like, me and Tiffany and I and 2 other girls had ordered some food via Rappi. We had got a pasta and a pizza. And, like, the whole total of that was, like, 20 USD. Which is, like, really good. So me and Tiffany just split that down the middle. This morning I woke up and I had breakfast. They came, they asked you what you want. So I had pancakes with scrambled egg and turkey sausage, which was really good. The juice that we have is always like fresh made juice. Like there's no tin juice, no packed juice, no nothing. So I've had like pineapple juice, fruit punch. I had fresh passion fruit juice today. Like, so good. So yeah, it's been good. I've been drinking a lot of water. I've been taking my stool softeners. So I'm taking my iron supplements. I'm taking my Palafer. I haven't heard anything back in regards to my results from my labs, so I'm assuming everything is good. I already got my schedule for tomorrow. My surgery is at 1:30 p.m. So I'm leaving the house at 1 p.m. I cannot eat after 7 o'clock tonight. I cannot have water after 9 p.m. tonight. At 6 a.m. tomorrow, they will give me tea and some cookies, and then that will be it. Then I can have water after surgery. I'm getting an enema done tonight at 11 p.m. So we'll see how that goes. And the nurses are going to pack my surgery bag. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So today is just a chill day. Enjoying my time being able to sleep on my side and on my back and sit on my bum, because it's about to be a long journey until I can actually do that again. So, yeah.
Good morning, YouTube. What is up? I did not check back in yesterday at the end of the day because I was just a whole whirlwind of emotions. Yesterday was emotionally really hard for me. I had spoken to a lot of my friends, a lot of my family, and just talking to everybody just made me like super duper, oh thanks Sade. It made me super duper emotional, and so I just was not in the mood. But hung out with some of the girls, just settled my brain. I was talking to them in there about like their experience seeing the doctor, what they asked for, things like that. And it calmed my nerves. I came in my room, I read my daily bread, I said a little prayer, went to my sleep, went to my bed. This morning I woke up and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm not feeling nervous. I'm feeling like, all right, yeah, like let's do this. I saw off my surgery buddy. She went in first, so it's just for me to get myself together. So I had a shower last night with the Hibba Cleanse. You can't put anything on, no lotion, no oil, no deodorant, no nothing. And then I gotta bathe again today with the Hibba Cleanse before I go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you guys what's in my surgery bag. And the next time I talk to you guys, I'll probably be at the clinic or it'll be after the surgery.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mud. She said, take your time, what's the rush?
As you can see, I have no real hips. I kind of got like a little bit of lat situation going on here. It's just this hip dip right here. And like once this gets sucked in, like if I didn't get this filled, it would bother me. So I kind of just want this smoothed out. Like, you see how if I put my hands there, there's like a little space? I don't want there to be a space. So I just want it to be continued. Same thing with my bum. So this is me, like literally, can't I step this way? This is like how my stomach looks right now. And of course I'm in black, so it's a little slimming. But I want all of this gone. This is my bum. So I have like a little projection in the under bum. Let me hold this one this way. And like here, there's projection. And you can see like there's like a little dent right in here. I just want a smooth, seamless S curve in the back. And then these are my arms. I just want the arms to be like, can you see, because the space is tight. I just want the arms to be like more snatched. I don't want that to be a shadow so it looks like smaller than it is. I want the arms to be more tight, more snatched, because they're very big. Again, the waistline is there, so I just want this to be a lot smaller. and then just smooth this baby out. I don't even know. No. Smooth it out nicely.
She ain't never met no one who talk like that. And if you hang up on a nigga, bitch, I call right back. Roll my windows up, dollar rolling windows up. Biscuit ass niggas wonder how I got my jiffy up. Grip so damn big, I need a diaper and a
Blood pressure and my heart rate, everything was good to go. So I'm just waiting to see the doctor now and get it marked up. I have on the little bra thingy underneath. And so, yeah, one step closer.
bitch, I call right back. Like that silly green, bitch, I'm really hitting.
Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me. I feel horrible today. So woozy, so nauseous. I was gonna spend today sleeping. I have a massage today, so I'll deal with that when it comes. But yeah, your girl is kicking in well. This is 1 day post-op. Hey guys, this is day 2 post-op. I'm in my forehead, stage 1. I'm still feeling in and out of it, but I'm trying to like get my walking together. And yeah, I feel like I can't even give you a real update because I'm like out of it.
YouTube. I did not think this day would come. I did not think that I would feel comfortable to talk. But I'm here. So let me utilize the time. I look crazy, I know. But I had already dedicated myself to plugging this through. Today I am 9 days post-op and I am ready, willing, and able to talk to you guys. Okay guys, so today is 9 days post-op and I'm ready to discuss what's going on. So I look crazy. Here, let me bring you down a little bit so you can see. So this is 8 days post-op, hopefully with the pink in the background. You can see a little bit. I'm in my stage 2 compression. I'm in my stage 2 faja. So I know it looks a little square and boxy, but you know, still got a fluff. Do not be looking at my kitchen sink, please. This is like pretty much what we're working with. This is where the waist is at. So this is no compression. Last night was my first night sleeping with no extra padding, but not in my stage 1. I slept in my stage 2. So I'm gonna get to all of that. I have my diapers here, my baby diapers, because I also have my arm lipoed. My arms have been staying nice and small. I'm feeling them today. Today they feel good. I'm not feeling a lot of fluid, but I do have my massage at 11. But it's still feeling smooth. Like I know that there's liquid, but it's feeling smooth. Every day I do feel, because like, you know, I want to feel around for like any lumps and bumps. Most of my fluids fill up here in the sides and in my back a lot. They fill up around here. So I can feel it a bit. Like I feel like it's hard for me to like squeeze my arms together because like there's fluid here. You can see some visible bruising, and my arms are pretty bruised up. In my whole body, I think it's like my arms that are bruised the most, and then I have a bruise here on this pelvis bone. Outside of that, I don't have any other bruising. I didn't do inner thigh lipo. This is just like my string so I can go pee. But I didn't do any inner thigh lipo. I wanted my thighs to still rub. I wanted my BBL to be very, very, very natural. Very natural. I wanted it to just look like, okay, she just went to the gym and got a little shink-to-dink. I didn't want it to look video vixen-ish at all. So anyway, I feel like I'm talking all over the place because I'm just excited that I can talk, okay? So let's get into the nitty-gritty of this recovery process. So, boom. Day 1 was surgery, so that was March 31st. With that being said, my surgery was scheduled for 1:30 p.m. I got to the clinic around 1:20. I didn't see the anesthesiologist or I didn't see the doctor until about 2:30. At 2:30 is when I went in. I put on the little panty and bra so that the doctor could assess my body. I had my IV drip placed into my hand, and we were rocking and rolling. Peña came in. He was absolutely the sweetest. He has the greatest bedside manners. So sweet, so realistic, so honest. So what had happened was so my hemoglobin had just scraped. Like, I just scraped. The clearance for your hemo was 12, and I was at a 12.1. For the look that I told the doctor that I wanted, he said that even though my BMI was a 31.5, for my actual like natural frame and what I wanted to come down to, because I had never had surgery before, I don't know how much blood I would be possibly losing. He told me that in order to do a 1-round surgery, I would have to do either a cell saver or a blood transfusion. While price definitely played a factor, the fact that my blood type is the one where I can give to everybody, I can't get from everybody. Also, I am in a third world country, no shade, no tea. I just didn't want to go the blood transfusion route, and I definitely knew I wasn't going to want to do multiple surgeries to achieve the look that I wanted. And so I said, all right, we'll do the cell saver. The cell saver was an extra $300, $300 USD. And I will do a separate video breaking down like all the prices, especially for my Canadian girlies. But yeah, so it was an additional 300 USD. So that's like an additional like 500 Canadian for the cell saver, which essentially was them just recycling all the blood that I was losing. They'd be funneling that and putting it back into my body. So I ended up getting the cell saver. When I went in, the look that I told him that I wanted was that I wanted a very small waist. I told him that at the point of healing, I would want for my waist to be between a 25 to 27 inches, because it was just really important to me for this to be gone, for my arms to be completely gone, for my back to be smooth. And I was like, just make the bum make sense. I'm like, just make it flow. I'm like, I don't want anything crazy. I'm 5'3". I don't want that look for myself. I was more so focused on the lipo, but I said, you know what? Fill in a little areas when it comes to the bum, just so it's a little, you know? He told me that when he came, he felt me. He said, like, my natural waistline is pretty small, so he can do that for me, no problem. He said, genetically, like, my butt sits high in my back anyway, so he's like, it's probably going to be given a little va-va-voom, but he's not gonna do too much, which I genuinely appreciate. He really didn't do too much, so I'm hoping I retain all my fat so that it stays with how it is, because I genuinely love it. All right, cool. Moving on to the process of going into surgery. So after he marked me up, we agreed on doing the cell saver. I paid him the money right then and there. He tells you God bless you. He gives you a hug. Super duper sweet. and it was time for me to go into anesthesiology. When I went into anesthesiology, and you know what, I realized like I definitely do have to do a separate video as well in terms of just mentally all of the things that you go through when it comes to surgery. But for now, I'll give you guys the pop fluff that everyone tends to do. But this like surgery series is going to get very real. I don't know if you guys are gonna love it, but it's gonna happen. Any which way, went in, they wipe you down with the iodine to give you an iodine bath on the front, on the back, pour the rest of the iodine on you. You sit up on the table. They put one thing in, it starts to burn. As they started putting in one round of the anesthesia to knock me out, I just started praying because I already knew that I was going to be praying into anesthesia, like into getting knocked out. I was going to be praying. So I just started praying, just giving God thanks, giving God praise. And then she put in the other one. And before I knew it, I was out like a light. So I didn't feel anybody put any epidural in my back or do anything like that. Sorry, I did wake up a little bit during my surgery. Sorry, I woke up a little bit. And it wasn't like a, oh my gosh, you come to. It was just like a, I woke up and I was kind of like, I felt like something was going on. I could see the lights. And they just put me right back to sleep. By the time I woke up, I was in the recovery room. I was on my stomach and the booty was tooted up in the air. I woke up, I checked my hands first. I checked to make sure that I saw pink or saw red in my fingertips because I already knew that my iron was going to be a battle, and it sure was an uphill battle. So I just checked my hands at first to see if there was any pink. There was. I said, praise be to God that I was awake. I turned my head to one side. I saw my surgery partner, my girl Tiff, and I saw another girl. I realized I was feeling a little bit cold. This like super shivering that like everybody had. I never had that. I just was like, ooh, okay, I'm a little cold. And I said, nurse, and she came. I said, can you like warm me up a little bit? And they put like a heater thing like underneath the blanket, and I was perfectly good to go. The requirements to leave. The requirements to leave was that I needed to be able to pee, and I needed to be able to walk back and forth 2 laps without being dizzy. I sure was able to pee. I was propping myself up on that bed, arms bruised up and bleeding. I was propping myself up and peeing on that bedpan, no problem. When it came to me getting up to walk, I could not do it. I could not do it. I thought I could, and it was like as I was standing up, I'm like stumbling over myself. I'm falling. My eyes are going like in and out. They're trying to give me like alcohol to bring me back to. And I could not do it. And in that moment, I said, oh, okay, this is not gonna be what I thought it was going to be. Thankfully, I had a little pack of crackers, a little pack of saltine crackers in my surgery bag that I brought with me for a snack. And I ate that little pack of crackers. I had a little bit of water, and thankfully that was able to give me a little bit of energy for me to do the back and forth, and they were able to call my driver. So I went in, I left the house a little after 12. I got back to the recovery house at about 3 in the morning. So a word of advice would be definitely when you're going into surgery, pack a sleeve of just some saltine crackers. Also, you're gonna have to have your Pedialyte or your electrolyte. And I completely devoured my whole bottle of electrolyte. Like devoured it, didn't leave not a drop. So there's that. Day one post-op was tricky. Day one post-op, of course, you're extremely sore. You got to go in and do your first massage. There is nothing under the sun that I can tell you that will prepare you for that first massage. There's no drugs I can tell you. Like, there's nothing I can tell you that will prepare you for that first massage. just understand that it is really going to hurt. It is going to test your gangster. It is going to make you reconsider who you are as a person. It was very painful. Very, very painful. Of course, your body is extremely inflamed, extremely sore. You just put your body through so much trauma. So that first massage, it's rough. Day 2, mind you, you're not in any faja. You go into your faja day 2. Was it day 2 I went into my faja? Day 2 or day 3? But day 2 and day 3 are a little bit of a blur for me because like day 1 to 3 was just treacherous. It was so hard. It was so rough. The pain that I felt, like I knew I would feel pain. I knew I would feel discomfort, but the pain was intense. Like even thinking about it, it's like, it's hard emotionally because it was really bad. Mind you, I'm out here by myself. Yes, I'm in a recovery house with a bunch of girls and we're all kind of going through it. And they've all been absolutely so sweet. I love them. I love them dear to my heart. But it was hard. It was hard. I'm away from home. I'm away from my parents. I'm away from my bed and my comfort. And I'm somebody where I just love my bed and my comfort. Like, I could be in a 5-star resort. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go to my bed. And so it was challenging. I was struggling with eating. I struggled with eating up until literally day 7. I struggled with gas, which I'm still struggling with, but it is 10 times better than what I initially started going through. I could not burp. I could not fart. I know that's TMI, but we're talking about surgery, so there's nothing TMI here. I could not burp. I could not fart. I could not poo. I had nothing in my system. It was actually breaking me down mentally to see that my peers could eat and I couldn't. I couldn't even brush my teeth. Like, brushing my teeth and trying to, like, brush the back of my tongue, I'd be gagging, I'd be throwing up, which would be hurting my stomach. Putting the food in my mouth, like my mouth would be quivering. Chewing, I'd be gagging. I had to call friends. And I give God so much praise and honor and glory and thanks for the friends and my family that I was able to call that literally talked me through swallowing my food. That's how bad it was. I couldn't even swallow food. It was just treacherous. I literally called my parents on the 3rd day, like on my knees, bawling, I called everybody who like knew like I was out here doing this. Like I called them bawling, like just knowing like, yo, I can't believe I put myself through this. Like, this is crazy. Really, really crazy. But I will dive into that in another video. But this is just like the process. So like day 1 to 3 was really, really tough. Day 4 was tough, but it was like the massage was a little bit better. The gas wasn't too bad, and I finally pooed. So day 4, I finally got to poo. It was just like little droplets. I was definitely constipated, but it was because like day 3, like by the night of day 3, I'm like, okay, do I need to order another enema? Do I need to do a laxative? What do I need to do? And the nurses are like, babe, like you don't even have any food in your system. There's no fecal matter. You go and do these things, it'll probably make it worse. Thankfully, I did a walk, or I did a couple of laps around the pool at the recovery house, and I ate like a little bit of eggs and toast. Thankfully, day 4, I was able to go poo a little bit. And I think the moment I started to be able to go poo, it started becoming like, okay, a little bit better. Day 5, I was able to poo again. I was happy about that, but again, still struggling with gas. Like, gas I've been struggling with every single day, but it's been getting a little bit easier. And when I say gas, it's like just trapped gas in my stomach. So it's like sometimes I can burp, but I can't fart. And then it's like, based off of how my compression is going, like, it's almost like it creases me. So it's like gas will come up this way, but it won't go down. And the fact that it won't go down, it creates a whirlwind of discomfort. But then, you know, like, the nurses will work with me. Like, they'll try to take me out. Like, if there's one thing I'm always trying to do is be out of the compression, because I'm like, man, I'm like, I can't handle it. Like, I can't handle it. Like, I can't. So they'll work with me. Like, they'll work with me. But they are also, like, trying to keep me as compressed as I need to be, because of course, like, I'm trying to manage, like, my fluid. I'm trying to mold my body, and I'm just trying to comply with everything so that I heal properly. Oof, my hands are tingling. One thing you will feel is a lot of tingling, like, if you're doing arm lipo. I think it's just like the continuous compression. Like, sometimes it gets like a little tingly in your hands, but it's cool. It's nothing to be alarmed about. It is normal. What happened? Monday was day 7, and day 7 was when I was like, okay, all right, now is like, this is like how I thought like recovery would be, because like now I'm like, all right, like, I'm still sore, I'm still this, but like, I'm a little bit more agile. I can move around, I can kind of figure things out. I'm trying to be a little bit more independent. You know, I'm not trying to call the nurses as much, like when I gotta go poo or pee or take myself on my faja. I'm trying to get a little bit more independent. Still dealing with gas. Monday they took out my stitches. So like the massage lady took out my stitches for me. So now I'm draining from other places where I wasn't draining before. Oh, and then let me discuss where you're gonna be draining from. So for me, I have 2 holes underneath my boobs, because with my lipo, he contoured, like, he lipoed the side walls of my boobs just so that I'll have like a more refined contour, which I appreciate. So I have 2 holes under here. I have 2 holes at the side of my pelvis. I have 2 holes like literally in my kuka. I have a hole in my bum crack. I have a hole at the side of my arm, here, and then of course the hole in the center of my back. So those are my battle scars, but I will be like working on those bad boys. I do have my Mederma, so the moment like I'm no longer leaking anymore, they don't have to keep re-piercing my exit points, because that's the thing. Like, every massage they use like a little poker and they re-poke my exit areas so that they can push that fluid through. The re-poking, it hurt like the first little bit. It hasn't hurt like that for the last couple of massages, and I want to say like the last 2 massages. And at this point, today's gonna be my 8th. Today's gonna be my 9th one. Today my 9th? My 8th. Whatever day today is. That's it. So, no, today's my 8th. Tomorrow's my 9th. Yeah, so today's my 8th massage. So it hasn't hurt 6 and 7. But yeah, that's why like today being day 8, I'm like, let me come and talk to you guys and kind of just give you the rundown on what the experience has been thus far for me. Sorry, excuse me. Whew. Every time I burp, I am just grateful. Thank you, Jesus. I do try to do a couple of laps around the pool several times a day, and that only started literally 2 days ago in terms of doing it several times a day. Day 3, 4, 5, I would only do it in the morning, and I felt like that would help in terms of kind of stirring my body up. I definitely want to encourage you that if this is the route that you want to go, to do a lot more walking, because I do feel like the walking does help, especially for the gas. So that's why now I do it multiple times. I try not to do it when the sun is too high, and if the sun is high, I try to wear my robe and I just try to like kind of withstand the heat. But the walking, it does wind me a little bit. Obviously I'm still healing, but I am trying to keep my bruises out of the sun. So even though I have like long sleeves, like the little bruises that are like on the sides of my boobs, like I try to keep those out the sun. Just, of course, you're trying to heal your bruises and you don't want to create any type of hyperpigmentation long term. So that's why you want to keep your bruises out of the sunlight. But I feel like walking around, like I play my music, like I'm playing my Afro beats, I'm playing my Drake, I'm playing my all sorts, my neo soul, and I'm walking fast, I'm sidestepping, I'm doing my little shuffles, just trying to be active. One, it helps with my gas, and two, it just kind of just helps with like your body flowing, your body healing, and just getting back into your daily movements, your daily regimen, your daily routine. I know this video is long, but I know like when it comes to surgery, I feel like everyone tries to like rush and make things quick and like be like, oh yeah, like I'm a little uncomfortable. No, like it was brutal. And like I said, there's like a lot more to talk about in regards to this surgery experience. I mean, we can ask my parents if they wanna get in on any of the videos, because this surgery experience definitely tested, and not tested in a negative way, but it tested my relationship with my parents. And I have so much love and adoration for my parents. I don't think I've ever missed them this much a day in my life. And I'm just so grateful that they were as supportive as they've been through this journey for me. I put my parents through not a nice mental space from the moment I told them that I was going to be doing this surgery. And while I've been away, I know it's been really, really hard for them. So, you know, when they do see this video, just know that like I owe you guys my life, of course. I thank you so much for just being so supportive and so loving, because this was more of a mental, it was like a mental surgery more than it was a physical surgery. This whole experience, and I don't want to get too wrapped up into that, because I do want to talk to you guys about that in a completely different video. But yeah, I just thank my parents so much for being so supportive and just so there and so present. My friends, oh my goodness, my friends, I thank my friends so much, and I'm gonna get into all of that later. Like, I'm gonna give everybody their individual shout outs, I promise you. But I had a great virtual support system, like great virtual support system. Not only did I have great support here physically with the different girls that I met and the nurses, but like my home base being there for me, like, oh, it took a village. Like, it took a village. It took a village. It took a village, and I'm beyond but grateful and beyond thankful that like that's my village.
Yeah.
We
I'm
came
doing this shit in one
outside.
take.
The aunties
If
came
I don't get it in one take, y'all
outside.
will probably never hear it. What happened to having fun? It's like nobody's having fun anymore. I'm trying to have fun. Yeah. Soon as it snows, I pop shit. I could care less about who all in your top 10. You know how I rock shit. And I'm from the Ave, baby, know how my block get. So I don't never pay attention to nonsense. I ain't need the clones all different. Shit get hot, we make the phones all different. John Doe's all different. Switching names up, I make the bros all different.